Hello, and thank you for coming to the McWaters Effect. I'm your host, Matt, and today we're going to be talking about Sylvester Stallone and all the hubbub about him going to the same golf course that Trump owns in Mar-a-Lago. But first, I need you to hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to share the video. It helps the channel grow. Now let's get on with the show. Alright, first, I want to talk about why I'm doing this video. It's because I'm actually a fan of Sylvester Stallone, and I don't see how it's a surprise that he's a Republican. He's been a Republican for a long time. And he's also friends with Donald Trump. So I'm going to go over some of the stories that are going on and all the outrage off of Twitter. Of course, it's on Twitter. And then we'll go to the end and discuss what I think. Okay, here's a story by the Examiner. Liberals rip Sylvester Stallone as supporting criminal ex-president after reportedly joining Mar-a-Lago. Well, that doesn't have any bias in it, now does it? And here's a tweet from Glenn Kishner. Today, Hollywood's scoring. Will Smith is a hero and Sylvester Stallone is a zero. Smith and Apple Studios pull out a film project in Georgia, and Stallone supports criminal ex-president by joining Mar-a-Lago. Thank you, Will. Shameful sly. Let's spread the word. All right, first thing. There's more tweets about Sylvester Stallone, but I decided not to get them all because I don't got all day to talk about this. And number two, I didn't want to give him any more press and publicity than I have to. And when it comes to this particular tweet, I find it kind of funny and ironic, especially since the reason that Smith and Apple Studios left Georgia is because of the obviously the Georgia's ID law. Now, the ID laws actually better than the ID law in New York, New Jersey, and Delaware. And Delaware is the home state of Joe Biden. But that ain't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Sylvester Stallone. The other thing I find it kind of interesting about this tweet is about Apple Studios. I don't see him saying anything about Apple having something to do with China and all the stuff that's going on with China when it comes to the Uyghur Muslims being in detention camps. Of course he's not going to talk about that. It's because he's a progressive. He's just a hypocrite. And then he calls the president, ex-president, Donald Trump, a criminal. He's never convicted of anything. How are you a criminal when you haven't been convicted of anything? But we're talking about Sylvester Stallone and them trying to actually cancel him and make sure and trying to make it where he can't eat anymore and so on and so forth. I mean, there's all sorts of tweets out there talking about this shit. It's getting crazy. And here's this. He previously has been described as a Republican in the media due to his support of Senator John McCain in 2008 presidential run. And in 2016, he said he loved Donald Trump, but he also said he was not a member of the GOP. You can love Donald Trump and not be part of the GOP. There was a lot of people that wasn't part of the GOP that liked Trump. The two don't go hand in hand. And there's people that are part of the GOP that didn't like Trump. Perfect example is Arnold Schwarzenegger. And the idea people didn't know Sylvester Stallone was a Republican. I don't know where they've been the last 40 years, but hell, he's been a Republican since Reagan was in office. And I got something to tell you guys. Not only is he a Republican, but so is Bruce Willis. And others. A lot of them are Republicans. They are in Hollywood. A lot of them are Republicans, and they hide it. And they have to hide it because of the Twitter mob and media and some of these leftists in Hollywood that would actually try to cancel their ass and not allow them to have a career. I'm sorry, but most people that make over $1 million a year, majority of them are Republicans. When it comes to not being in corporate industry and stuff like that, once you make a lot of money, most of the time you reach to the point where you're like this, I really don't want to be taxed the hell out of my underwear. You know what I'm saying? And most of them become Republicans. Just because you don't like being taxed, that doesn't make you a racist or a fascist or anything else. Then you got this story. Sylvester Stallone joins Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago Club. Well, you know why that is? It's because he bought a house close to there for $35 million in Palm Beach. He's real close to it, and he likes to golf. So guess what? He joined the club. It's the end of the world. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with my life if Sylvester Stallone, the guy that played Rocky, is a damn Republican. I don't know. Oh my God. Little crybabies on Twitter need to get over it. Not everybody thinks the same. That includes Rocky. And here's a story that made the press kind of happy. Michael B. Jordan shares why Sylvester Stallone, Rocky, won't show up in Creed 3. It's not because of this. It's because he's not part of the. It's not because he's not part of the story. And I got some information for you guys on Twitter. Yeah, he ain't in the movie. I'm sure you're happy about that. But guess who's directing it? Sylvester Stallone's directing it. Are you gonna boycott that? Huh? Bunch of hypocrites. Okay, now it's time to get what my thoughts and feelings about this story. Okay, it's ridiculous. They're talking about boycotting James Gunn's Suicide Squad because he does the voice. When I say he, Sylvester Stallone does the voice of King Shark. He's not even in the movie. You just hear his voice. What are you gonna do? Take your Guardians of the Galaxy movie back too? He's in that too. There's someone else that might offend you that's in that movie, and that's Kurt Russell too. I don't know. It's getting ridiculous. All right? The man has the right to believe what he wants to believe and like who he likes. If you don't like it, that's fine. Don't go see the movie. It ain't gonna hurt his feelings. He still gets paid either way. If you want to go on, yeah, I'm gonna go tweet and hashtag and blah, 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 try to change the world that way, good luck. Hollywood, please stop listening to them, okay? Okay, now it's time for my quote of the day, and it's by Rocky Balboa. Nobody owes nobody nothing. All right, you know this man wrote Rocky, the first movie? That quote right there should indicate to you what his political beliefs are, okay? I'm just saying. All right, guys, we're at the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed. Please hit like and subscribe. Helps the channel grow. Peace.